I'm over here muted. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Where do I even begin? Well, just in case we have anybody new here, let me start by introducing myself. Hi, I am Maggie. So happy. I am Maggie, your substitute teacher. Welcome to my struggle cooking class. Nothing goes viral here. We're just going low and slow. So I need a half a cup of breadcrumbs. So I'm gonna put some extras in here. One moment, I messed up one. Hold up, I think I got it in my hair. I got custard everywhere. What the heck am I doing? I don't know. Maggie, if you do not cook for your children, who will cook for them?
It's Leaning Tower of Pisa. And then now it finally falls.
All right, let's go. Alex, y'all come get him. This is not a motorcycle. Okay. Y'all see why I cook alone? Don't eat over. I might want some. Wait. I thought there were 4. There were 4 of them, right? You want some? Not now. I am warning you tonight. I cannot be held responsible for what is happening. Okay, try. Well, I'm gonna let you try one of these and let's see what you think, just for tenderness and flavor. But just be careful because they would be hot. If it's still firm, we can keep them going longer. But butter and brown sugar is. Oh my God, it's hot. Yes, it's gonna be really hot. Oh, it's gonna just. Okay. One moment, please. I have a semi-emergency. She's jumping. Oh, poor thing. Oh my God, that was so hot. Oh yeah. Oh, there's gonna be bloopers. Sorry to keep you waiting. That's not like me to be late, so my apologies. I'm gonna let you go. So sorry to keep you waiting. It's not like me to be late, so my apologies. Why? Why? I can't do anything right. So Ada is recommending the ramekin y'all remember from Cousin Tony. His casket. Oh, our bacon. Oh, I'm gonna get it out and show y'all. 1 second. Oh! Okay, see, I got distracted. Now you can see the 2 that have the nutmeg are significantly darker, and then we've got 2 here, but they will get a little bit darker. Honestly, I should have checked them earlier. That's on me. How about I'm talking on mute? All right, let's start over. Goodness gracious, Maggie, get it together. All right, everybody, we are here. We are here. Oh, oh gosh, how do I stop it? And the beat goes on, y'all. Clearly a year plus in, and I am still struggle streaming. But today
Today, we are celebrating. I am celebrating you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have my balloon, I have my glass, and we are going to take a trip down memory lane. And I am going to just reminisce. No cooking tonight. We're just going to talk about my YouTube journey, which has been quite the journey. Oh my goodness, y'all, you know how I do here. Stream sponsors come to the front of the class. Thank you, Erin Laura says shout out to the fried apples. I watched at the first stream I watched was a TLA fried apple day, and I haven't looked back. It's been an absolute pleasure, Maggie. Thank you. Erin Laura is one of my day ones. If you're a day one scholar, put day one in the chat. Thank you for the $5.50 Canadian. I appreciate that. Thank you so much from Miss Strong with the $19.99. Thank you. I appreciate that so much. Oh my goodness, you all. We're going to take a trip down memory lane. I hope you all enjoyed that blooper reel. Thank you so much, Wilbert, for putting that together for us. You all always remind me where I came from, and I never want to forget where I came from. That's right. Shout out to my day ones. So I'm just going to take you all back. We are going to celebrate, sit back and relax. I know we've got a lot of new people here. I've kind of had a little bit of a viral moment, so I'm growing. Right now, I think my YouTube channel, last I checked, was at 12.5 thousand subscribers. Yesterday, when I scheduled this, I had 10,000 subscribers. Last week, when I thought I had reached the mountaintop, I was at 5,000 subscribers. And last month, when I was chugging along, I was at 2,000 subscribers. So you all, this is unprecedented, but we are here and we are celebrating 10,000 on Instagram followers and 10,000 plus on YouTube followers, subscribers. So thank you. Shout out to my day ones. Yes, you all are. You know who you are. Oh my gosh, we just continue to grow. All right, everyone. So I am going to take you back and give you all some footage that I had to pull from the archives, and we'll probably play that blooper reel again at the end. But I just want to give you all a little bit of story time. So get a beverage, sit back and relax. Let's drink to that. You already know what it is. Shout out to the Walmart water. Maggie hadn't changed. Our sparkling water, 0 calorie. And your elegance tip of the day, hold your stemware by the stem. All right. So my YouTube channel started, I would say, officially January of 2022. I had been meaning to do a 1-year celebration, but y'all, we have just come out of 2023 on fire. Yes, incredible. Thank you so much. And I want to let you all know how I got here, and thank you all, but thanks some very, very special people to me as well. Who do we have here coming in with the $10 super sticker? Thank you so much, Messy Mashawn. Let me go ahead and do our ticker. So far, the stream sponsor is Miss Strong, so I'm going to update this, y'all. If you would like to support, you can always donate using the QR code or the Cash App in the ticker. Completely optional. I never asked. Today is just to celebrate, but I want to make sure that we give credit to our stream sponsors. So I'm going to type you in here. Thank you to Miss Strong, 1999 stream sponsor. And then I'm going to pick up on my story because a lot of you all are new and you're kind of like, who is this lady? Right? Exactly. Stream sponsor. All right. Oh my goodness, y'all. I'm feeling good. I'm really happy. I hope you all are doing well. Okay. So let's get back to story time. Thank you so much, Messy Michonne. I appreciate We have already started. Oh my goodness. Miss Strong, thank you. Messy Michon, thank you. Ron Alexander has come out swinging. What does he say? Just showing some love. Congratulations on 10K subscribers. Happy to be one of your early on subscribers. It's great to see you have so much success doing what you love. Keep doing your thing, Maggie. You are more needed than you think. Congrats again, Maggie. And we already have somebody in the back. I am going to put Ron Alexander in the ticker because looks like we have a co-sponsor and I'm not wasting any time. Shout out to the Real Bravado Network. I'm going to go ahead and bring you up if you have a Maggie memory, and then I'll get back to my story time. So come on in, come on in. Hello, TJ.
See what I got in the back? Hold on a second. Let me move it
I
over a little
see.
bit. So
I see.
what are we celebrating today? Sorry, I'm in the dark, so I'm just kind of doing a flyby with you today, right now. Look at who we got here. Yes.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
Maggie
Yes, sir.
in that rocket ship strapped to her back. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. My favorite moment. Let me tell you something, Maggie. See, that's not fair to ask people about their favorite moments, because it's the dancing, it's the smiling, it's the struggle streaming, it's the having a whole 2-minute intro talk without the mic being on. It's all of that good stuff, all in one. It's the mom and pop show from last week. Those are all great, excellent things, and it's the personality and what you bring in, and it's the good looking food that looks like the real thing, but it's healthy choices of it. It's all of that. It's all of that, Maggie, and it's just naturally you. So I'm excited for we talk offline sometimes. I'm excited for you, extremely happy for you, for this. Where you at? A little over 12K now.
Yeah, according to Luke Hazley, I'm at 12.6, y'all. I can't keep up. So we are celebrating 10K and beyond.
Yes, I'm excited. I'm not gonna keep long because I hope other people come up and just kind of bless you from. But people have no idea. This is remarkable, especially when you first start in that first year or so, and it's a slug, and you don't know, and is it really working? Do people really resonate with me? Oh, I only got 400 subs, and that 400 subs is sticking around for 3 months, 4 months, and no one's adding, and then you get a drip trap one day, one here this day, maybe 2 this day. Yeah, absolutely. And it's the work you're putting in, and it's actually the product you're putting out, on a daily basis. So congratulations. We're not stopping here. We're going to be back here real soon. We're going to be back here real soon doing your 50K celebration, especially when you get your little, your silver YouTube plaque, because that's on the way too. That's coming.
Oh my goodness.
I'm calling the shots like Babe Ruth over here. You know what I mean?
I hear you loud and clear. Thank you so much.
So I'm not going to take up more time. I hijacked your stream last week, so I'm not going to keep doing it. But congratulations, Maggie. And I'm going to go eat some brownies that my daughter cooked. So,
Absolutely.
And ain't nothing healthy about that. So,
and have a brownie for me. Thank you so much, TJ.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much. All so much. Oh. All right, everyone. So I'm going to give you all a little bit of story time, how I got started on YouTube. I know we got a lot of new people here. I appreciate you all so much, but we're not cooking tonight. So sit back and relax, enjoy your own snacks or beverage, and I'll be back in the kitchen very soon. So a little story about how Maggie started her YouTube channel. So oh dear, have we started the wars? All right, so I was trying to be nice and have our co-sponsors, but Ron Alexander has come in with another $199 in addition to his $99.99. So we are at, now I'm sitting down, I can actually get the calculator if I need to. We are at 101.98. So I am going to update the ticker. Thank you so much, Real Bravado Network. but our stream sponsor is none other than Ron Alexander. All right, so let me update the banner, and then we are going to get to this story and then take a few trips around my memory lane. So thank you so much, Real Bravado Network. But our stream sponsor is Ron Alexander, 101 and 98 cents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, everyone. Hello, Trish. Trish coming in with the 10 pounds. Shout out to the UK. I was there last month. So much of this growth has come from that, and I am so grateful. So thank you, thank you, thank you. No, you don't have to stop, y'all. We are celebrating today. I appreciate it. Thank you all so much, everybody. Okay, you love it? You love it. I love it too. All right, everyone. So when we all got sat down due to C-19, I've been corporate since college, and so I never worked from home full time. Maybe, once in a while I would work from home. And when I came home, just like a lot of you all, I was glued to the news, right? And unfortunately, it was the bad kind of news. Every day we would wake up and the body count was higher, a different kind of body count. And it was just one of those things that it was like, oh my gosh, is the world falling in on us? Well, someone very special to me told me to take a look at a YouTuber called The Lead Attorney. And I had never heard of The Lead Attorney, even though he's here in the Atlanta area. And I was like, I don't really know anything about the law. But my guy said, give it a try. And I was burnt out from watching the news, having the TV on all day with just story after story of C-19. So I decided to change from the 24-hour news to the 24-hour YouTube. And I came across an attorney called The Lead Attorney. And I got to know a little bit about how he is now since retired from practicing law, because he started this YouTube channel to help brothers learn about the system and avoid making mistakes. So when I got on board with The Lead Attorney, it was during the Cardi B and Tasha K trial. I know nothing about pop culture. Y'all already know I am lame. I don't keep up with that stuff. But what struck me about watching The Lead Attorney, not only was I learning, he broke down the law in a way I could understand. Hello, Theo. Thank you so much. I'm reading all the super chats. They come to the front of the class. Theo with the Do Better podcast says, congrats, Maggie. Keep grinding. I absolutely will. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. Little birdie told me I came up on your stream, so thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You all, please check out Do Better Podcast. Please check out Real Bravado Network. If y'all have a YouTube channel, come through and shout out your channels. You're here to help me grow, and I always want to help you grow. All right. So I was watching The Lead Attorney talk about this trial that was happening in Atlanta. And what struck me about him, not only was he entertaining and he was explaining the law, is that he said something that I will never forget. And if you all have ever watched my streams, you've heard me say, when I heard The Lead Attorney say, if you are 35 or over, you have life experience that people need to know. You ought to start a YouTube channel. And I was like, you know what? I do have life experience. I am over 35. And people might actually want to know. So I decided I was going to start a YouTube channel, and I was going to start a cooking channel because I cook a lot. That's just how I was raised. I love to eat, clearly. And on my health and wellness journey, like Real Bravado said, I like to make substitute recipes of the foods that we all love with the ingredients that love us back. So I thought, okay, I'm going to start a channel. Another thing that I saw when I was watching The Lead Attorney is that after he would get done with his monologue, you all know about the long stroking. He calls it long stroking. I call it slow cooking over here. But after Lead Attorney was done, he would invite people to come up on the screen. Y'all, this was all new to me last year. I didn't watch YouTube like this. I didn't know anything about this. So I'm seeing him split his screen and talking to people and asking them, so what do you think about the trial? I was fascinated. And interestingly enough, After lead attorney had people on the show, he would always ask them, do you have a YouTube channel? Why don't you shout out your channel? This was amazing to me. Oh, we got a new super chat coming through. Anton Kate says, congratulations, Maggie. AS Maggie R, you are the best. I think you're saying something about my voice, so hopefully that's a compliment, and I appreciate that. Thank you so, so much. And I am investing in the channel. I have a new microphone here, so you all have a good listening experience. Thank you for the $20 super chat. Thank you, Do Better Podcast. Thank you, Ron Alexander. Thank you, Messy Michon. Thank you, Real Bravado Network. I do not take it for granted. Y'all don't even have to be here, but you come through and you support me like this. I am so grateful. One of these days we'll get the badges figured out on IG, but I appreciate you all so much for celebrating with me. Thank you. All right, so back to the story time. I was watching Lead Attorney, and when he was done, he would ask people to shout out their YouTube channels. And I said, this is amazing. I'm watching his stream. I'm looking at the engagement. I'm seeing people come up and say, yeah, you can find me here and there and everywhere. So I asked my guy again, and I said, what do you think about me going up on that Lead Attorney that you told me to watch and, talking about my channel? He said, go for it. Y'all, I was terrified. I had never done this before, and I actually dug it up out of the archive. So I'm going to share my screen with you all, and I'm going to show you the very first time I came up on the Lead Attorney's page. And funnily enough, I wanted to make sure that I followed the format, which means I needed to know something about Cardi B and Tasha K, like I know. So literally, I'm Googling it right before I click the link so that I have something intelligent to say. And I understood there was a lawsuit and what the different parties were saying. And we had this whole 10-minute conversation. I'll put the clip in the chat so you all can see, but I'm going to play it for you as well here. If I can share my screen. All right, so if you all want to watch the whole thing, there you go. So let me share my screen with you, and I'm going to show you all the very first time I came up on the Lead Attorney screen. Ron Alexander is here with his popcorn. I know, right? All right, so let's see. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to stop sharing that one, and then we're going to come here and here. All right, so I want you all to pay attention. Let me see if I can do this, and I'll do the full screen so you all can see the whole thing. All right, so this is me, and I'm going to take myself down. Actually, let me pause it first so you all can see here, streamed 1 year ago. So this was January 24th, 2022. All right, so you all can see that just a year ago, I got the guts to click the link. So I'm going to unmute, and I'm going to play for you the last part of my conversation with Lead Attorney. Okay, so we've already talked about Cardi B. The verdict had just come down. You'll see Luke Hazley on the screen, and he's asking me at the very end, so Maggie, do you have a YouTube channel? All right, so let's do this. And let me go back up here, give you sound. And I'm going to rewind just a little bit and play.
Revenue, more advertising, sponsorships, more affiliate and all that, then yeah, it is a huge win for her. But if she loses her channel, it's a disaster. So this was a huge win-lose type of strategy, right? It's like super risk versus reward.
Huge risk. Could YouTube also take legal action, or YouTube could just take the channel away?
Yeah, YouTube would not really take any legal action against, because she didn't really say anything about YouTube. YouTube would just say, hey, you're just violating our terms of service, and you're violating all of our community guidelines. I mean, just on the cyberbullying alone, because that's what this is. This is cyberbullying, guys.
Yeah.
This is defamation. This is violating, so many laws of the state of Georgia. And so how can YouTube just let this stay up, right?
Yeah, man, crazy. Mm.
So we're gonna see about it. You know, Maggie the Substitute. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. I started a baby YouTube channel. Thanks for the inspiration. It is Maggie,
Awesome.
the Substitute Teacher, and it's about my weight loss journey and how I substitute the foods I love with foods that love me back.
I love it. Well, shout out to Maggie, the Substitute Teacher. If one of the mods could please drop the link to her channel in the chat. Thank you so much, Maggie. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
No problem. Shout out to Maggie. Right. So what do you
And I'm still muted. Oh my gosh, I'm never gonna learn. So what I was saying is, so you all saw that was my very first time coming up on the lead attorney. You saw my background. I was on the other side of this kitchen table. Y'all live for the struggle. It's always a struggle here. Oh my goodness. Most of the chat was very kind to me. However, there were a few that said, "That's a fine granny." That was one of my favorites. There was another chat that said, "She looked like she can cook. She got that oven light on." So that was my very first experience on the lead attorney stream. And that was the first of several. So after that, I continued to come up on the lead attorney stream. All of this is in my course, but I continue to take advantage of that opportunity. So like I tell you all, that is why I am such a proud student of lead attorney. He does not have to share his platform, and he has been so incredibly gracious. I have bought his courses. I am in his mastermind. I have learned so much. I still have a ways to go, but that's how it all started. Yes, the chat is undefeated. All right, so that was the first, the second memory I wanted to share with you all. You saw the blooper reel. So in January of 2024, I came up on Lead Attorney Show for the very first time. And so I'm going to show you all another memory where I started my channel, and my channel was very different from how it is today. So some of you all have heard my storytelling, but basically my YouTube channel and the inspiration came from what I was already doing on social media. When I started my health and wellness journey, thank you, everyone. When I started my health and wellness journey and I was trying to come up with healthy recipes that I actually wanted to eat, I would cook privately in my kitchen. And then when I had the finished product, which was the plate, I would take a picture, and basically it was like, this is what I'm eating today. And I would post that online, Instagram, Facebook, and then I would sit down and I would have my meal in private. And I guess it was good enough or attractive enough that people started commenting on my pictures. If you all go back in my IG or my Facebook, you're going to see food pictures for years. Clearly, I'm a fan. So what I would do when people would ask me, first of all, did you make that? And I would say, yes, I made that. And then people would ask me, so how did you make that? So underneath my food pictures, I would just start typing. Well, first I did this, and second I did this, and third I did that. So my social media was what I had made with the instructions of how I had made it. So when I heard lead attorney say, if you're over 35, start a YouTube channel because you have life experience, I immediately started thinking about, what are people always asking me about? The snacks. So for me, it was easy to say, I'm just going to start a channel where I explain what I'm doing instead of just writing it in the comments. All right. So now we're going to take a look at one of my very first videos. And shortly after that appearance on the lead attorney stream, he had his very first meetup here in Atlanta. It was at his favorite restaurant, Fogo de Chao. You all know, and you love it too. So I asked his permission, which I'm keen to do, if I could come to the meetup and document everything, take pictures of the food from, a dining perspective, because I have a cooking channel. And he was so gracious to say, yes, absolutely. So I'm going to show you all a little bit of my very first dining documentary. And this is one of my highest viewed videos, because when Gail set up the lead attorney meetup, I think the capacity was only 60 people. And so there were a lot of people who wanted to know, how was it? And because of my dining documentary and my storytelling, I talked about the entire process from reserving a space to arriving, took pictures of the inside, what the food looked like, pictures of lead attorney and me and everybody else. So I'm going to drop the link to that. If you all want to watch the whole thing, you can. But for now, I'm going to show you a clip from that. All right. So let me pull it up here, and I'm going to drop it in the link. Thank you all so much. I see all of your kind words, all of your congratulations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, so I'm going to share my screen again so you all can see. Hello, Columbia. I appreciate you. So you all can see the progression of my channel. All right, so let me share here and here. All right. So I'm going to give you full screen again, and I'm going to take off sound. So you all can see a screenshot here. This is me. Let me take off the QR code so you can actually see. So if you notice in the top right corner, I was narrating through pictures. So forgive me, I'm corporate. So I was just bringing what I was doing at work into my YouTube channel. So this is me with the same janky kitchen background, explaining this is my first time on the lead attorney screen, and then what happened at Fogo de Chao. So I'll play about a minute of this so you all can see the format of some of my very first videos on YouTube. But he's blown up when he's also talked about current events. So this was me on the lead attorney show. He had a show when he was talking about the lawsuit between Cardi B and Tasha K. And one of the things that I love about the lead attorney is that he is an advocate for those of us over 35 to start our own YouTube channels. And he's a big inspiration as to why I am Maggie, the substitute teacher. So one of the things that he does on his show is he brings people up into the panel, and he lets you shout out your channel and then talk about whatever the subject is for the day. So this was me on the lead attorney show. All right. So now that I'm following him, if you notice, he's got a community tab in YouTube, and this all happened so quickly. So I'm just going to show you guys what he posted. So I believe he was going to have a 100,000 subscriber celebration that he ended up having to scrap with the pandemic and everything else going on. So he posted this, and you can see it's really just a casual shout out. Hey, all Atlanta YouTubers, subscribers, and viewers. God! Oh my God. Stop the show. Like O'Shea, stop the show. Oh my gosh. Mr. Option 1. 500. I'm not speechless very often. I am speechless. I am stunned. Let me update the ticker. If you all would please put option 1 in the chat. He says, congratulations, Maggie. Well deserved. We have a new stream sponsor. Wow. 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 Oh my God. Wow. Thank you. Y'all know him. You love him. He has been incredibly generous to this channel. Mr. Option One, always supporting me, always supporting Nana. Found out that my microwave went out. Not only did he replace the microwave, he replaced the stove, the dishwasher, and the refrigerator. Got us a whole new Samsung kitchen. He constantly comes in and shows support. He is the absolute biggest supporter on this channel, and I am so grateful. I am humbled. I do not take it for granted. I am just so incredibly humbled. Thank you. There are no words. Thank you. Wilbert is here. Geneva, thank you. Yes, I'm so grateful, y'all. If it is $1, if it is 99 cents, y'all don't understand. I have streamed to nobody. I have streamed to myself. And at the end of it, I had a meal. Nobody was watching. Wow. 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 Mr. Option One, there are no words. Grateful. Thank you. It just seems so inadequate. Thank you. Wow. Okay, everyone. So back to the story time. I'm not going to play any sound. I'm just going to keep it going so you all can see without sound. But basically, you can see what I'm doing here is I'm literally just walking through the screenshots. So for anybody who missed the lead attorney meetup, I'm showing you how he put this on his community tab. And then he's saying that, you know, limited capacity. And then let me just fast forward here so you all can see. I'm showing the artwork that Gail put together. I'm showing pictures of how we arrived. I'm showing me taking pictures with lead attorney, the dining, everything. So you all can see. This was my very first dining documentary. I was just doing it because I like the snacks. There's me and the lead attorney. Got to meet him in the flesh. Y'all see Memory Foam Maggie. And just showing the networking and everybody that was there, the food. We had a great, great time. Who do we have here? Who do we have here? Hello, Mom. Nana says, Nana joins Maggie to say thanks to Mr. Option One and all supporters. You all know her and you love her. She is part of the channel. Nana comes in to put me in my place. There she is with the greedy gong gongs. I am who I am because of Nana. I am my mother's daughter. Hello, folks alert. Thank you so much for being here. I'm doing my celebration. If you would like to see the screen share on Facebook and YouTube, and if you would like for me to share what we have planned, I will. If you would prefer that I don't, I will as well. Yes, everybody put Nana in the chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you all see what was going on here. I was basically walking everybody through, and you notice in the corner here, I'm narrating just pictures. So these are pictures that I took on my cell phone of the food and the setup. And I got such good feedback about I don't even think I had the name dining documentary at the time. I was just basically explaining the experience because I thought it made sense for my channel. But then also so many people came and said, this was great. We felt like we were there, Maggie. She was so thorough. And I was like, wow, people like this. So again, my dining documentary started with the lead attorney. So you can see why I am such a proud proud student of his. What does Wilbert say? Nana, you helped raise a wonderful woman. We are honored that she is part of our everyday streaming life. Don't make me cry. Thanks, Mom. I appreciate her so much. And more is to come. We're going to have more episodes with Nana. Y'all already know. All right, so you have seen my blooper. Shout out to Wilbert. Thank you for putting that together. You all saw the very first time in January of 2022 that I came up on Lead Attorney Stream. And I'm just going to show you all this. The Lead Attorney episode you can see here. This was February 26, 2022. So just a little bit over a year ago, I did my first dining documentary. All right, so January, I came up on Lead's channel. When I started my YouTube channel, I had 32 subscribers. And I talk about this on my, I talk about this in my course that at the time, my ex-husband and I were in Virginia. That's where the boys were born. So I started a YouTube channel because our families were in Florida and Georgia. So I would make family videos of the kids and then make them, private or unlisted so the grandparents could keep up with the kids. So when I started my channel, it was all friends and family. And when I heard Lead Attorney say what he said, I decided to keep those videos private and start the cooking stuff. So that's how I actually started my channel. Oh, yes, everybody says you all enjoy it here. I'm so happy to hear that. Okay, so January, I go talk about my channel on TLA Stream. February, I did the dining documentary, and my regular cooking videos were the same format. So if you all go to my YouTube channel and you scroll down to the beginning of the videos, they're in that same format. I'm in the corner, Maggie in the corner with her glasses on, and the screen is pictures of what I'm making. So for example, I'm making pancakes. The first picture would be all of the ingredients laid out. And I'm saying, over here we have the eggs, and over here we have this ingredient, over here we have this ingredient. And then I move the slideshow over like I'm in the boardroom, and I'm just narrating people through my process. That was my YouTube channel. So it was me in front of the laptop with a webcam, talking you all through what I was doing. What does Shelby say? Nana is like the grandmother I always wanted, and you are aunt. I wish that I would have taken me under your wing as a younger girl. I appreciate you both so much. We are building our community. Please join my almost free Patreon. The lowest price Patreon would let me make it is $1, but I'm going to be building a community of women that like this type of content. Men are welcome too, but I've got a lot more to come. You all will have access to me there offline. So please, if you all like the environment that I create, please find me on Patreon, Maggie the Substitute Teacher. But thank you, Shelby. Okay, so you saw my cooking channel. And one day when I was doing, I think I was doing like an Instagram live, just talking about, I'm going to start this channel, or, promoting my channel. Come over to my YouTube and look at my cooking channel. I'll never forget one of my scholars. I'm your substitute teacher. You all are my scholars. Nana is the principal. Our microwave is the whiteboard. I take attendance in class. You all can be counted present. Everything we do is classroom related. So one of my scholars actually got the nerve to ask, are you going to do any actual cooking? And I promise you all, it never even crossed my mind. This is me at home. It's not a kitchen studio. This is really me at home. Y'all know now, you see the kids come through and anything can happen. So it actually puzzled me. I was like, maybe I should actually cook on my cooking channel. So embarrassing. So I decided to try and set up in my kitchen. I got a ring light. I got a little stand for my iPad because that's all I have. I'm going to get better, y'all. But I got some little janky equipment and I set up over my stove. And the very first live cooking stream that I did was pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes, which are the Maggie cakes, which means they're sugar-free, dairy-free, and gluten-free. I was so nervous. I burnt the pancakes, y'all. It was a disaster, but we are here to celebrate. So I'm going to share my screen again, and I'm going to drop the link so you all can see the actual video. But I am going to show you the very first Maggie live stream. We have come a long way. All right. Oh dear. So let me share my screen and let's go. Chocolate chip pancakes. All right. So this is me sitting in this same office chair. When was this? A year ago? Okay, February 12th, 2022. All right, so I actually did my very first live stream in the same month as the Lead Attorney Meetup. So you can see here, I've got that old stove, which is fine. I'm trying to sit and introduce myself. And then I had to move the chair out of the way. Who do we have coming in here? Y'all, please help me say hello to Chantel Simone. We're coming back to story time, but Chantel has been in this kitchen cooking it up with me, and we actually made banana pancakes. She's also a YouTuber. You all know her and love her. Such a dear friend in this space, and she's saying congratulations. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. So we're taking a trip down memory lane, and the link is pinned to the top. If you all want to shout out your Maggie memory, your first Maggie memory, you don't have to cam up if you just want to be voice, or you can just put it in the chat. All right. Oh, you're welcome, my dear. Okay. So this is me explaining what I'm going to do, because the equipment that I have was not placed properly so that you could see me and actually see the cooking. So I'm going to have to move the chair out of the way, stand up over the stove, and cook. So I'm going to play a little bit of my very first live stream a year ago, and you all can see my struggle cooking in the kitchen. So let's turn on the sound and play. Hello, thank you so much for joining. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and hopefully I'm doing this right, you guys. This is my first live cooking demo. I'm going to be cooking chocolate chip pancakes for you guys today. So we'll wait and let some people join in, and then I will show you guys what we're making. Let's make sure we're doing this right. And we're back. I'm waiting to see if anybody's coming into the stream. So for those of y'all who are like, how did you get so big? I have
Looks
streamed
like
to
we
know.
have somebody in here. Okay,
We have
great. I just
somebody
wanted to
in
make sure I
here.
was
I'm just
doing it
going
right.
to, y'all see what I mean? So please, please, please remember, we all start with nothing. I have gone live with that big 0 there. And I'm like, is anybody in here? Now, whether or not anybody joined, I would still make the pancakes and hope that somebody watched the replay. But I want to encourage you that you can do this. I see you in the back living out loud. I'm going to play my pancake video, not the whole thing, but I just want you all to see my struggle, and we're going to keep going here. Let's see. Then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, well, we've got a thumbs up. All right, so let me just quickly introduce myself. I don't want to keep you guys on here long. I am Maggie, the substitute teacher, and on my channel, I teach you substitution recipes. So far, I've lost about 65 pounds, and I have 35 more to go. And I did this by getting tested for food sensitivities, and I got a list of foods that I'm sensitive to, which I avoid, and then I replace them with the foods that love me back. So let's go ahead and get started. I don't see a chat or anything. I'm sure it's on there, but we'll come back to that because we're going to cook today. Let's see what we can do. All right. So if you guys saw the thumbnail, and sorry, with my technology, I'll be having to bend over for you. Um, I am going to recreate chocolate chip pancakes. And I got this idea because I made pancakes for all the guys. They like breakfast for dinner, and I couldn't have any. So I was like, man, I gotta make this. I gotta clean it up. I want to see if I can have. I'm sorry, y'all. I just need to stop muting myself because clearly I don't know to unmute myself. All I was saying is this is what I mean when I say, I don't know why y'all keep coming back. This is fascinating to me. My very first stream, my technology is janky. I have to bend down so you all can hear me. I'm wondering, I don't know how to see the chat. This is hilarious to me, but I'm actually enjoying the trip down memory lane. So thank you all. All right, we'll just keep it unmuted and go back to it. I have a version for myself, and this is actually a version that's like the egg loaf. You might have seen that French toast recipe on my page. So the ingredients, really, you only need 2 ingredients. You need eggs. I'll be careful because I cracked some already. You need eggs, and then the recipe calls for goat cheese, but the recipe calls for cream cheese, but I try to avoid cow dairy. So this is goat cheese. This one is a honey flavor. You can use plain. You can even make it with cream cheese. If you guys try that, let me know how it turns out. So all you need is like a blender. You can use like the little, what are they called? Like the little smoothie cups if you're making a small portion. It's a 1-to-1, meaning 2 ounces of cream cheese or goat cheese and 2 eggs. So I have a 4-ounce log of goat cheese. So I'm going to be making this with 4 eggs. So literally, I'm just going to go ahead and crack these in here. Hopefully I don't you can see get any you can see my first
Too much of a mess with the
shells with all of this.
Let's go ahead and get our eggs in here. I have made this recipe. If you look on my page, you will see the blueberry pancakes, which is this recipe that's actually my favorite. But since Valentine's Day is coming, I wanted to try and recreate the chocolate chip pancake recipe. Kids can do this with supervision over the stovetop, or I'll show you guys some hacks if you don't want to or don't have a stove. All right, you all. So you can see here Maggie's first struggle live stream. So that was before I started using any real streaming software. I think I was doing what lead attorney said not to do and streaming directly into YouTube. I couldn't see the chat. I had my torso in the frame unless I had to keep bending over. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. So that was my very first live cooking. So we have come a long way. You all see me now. I've been told that production is a lot better. I still have a ways to go, but I just want to encourage you all that we all start somewhere. And even though I've grown, I still come from very humble beginnings. So thank you so much for that. Before we continue, I see someone in the back, and I'm going to bring up Living Out Loud, the podcast. Christine is here. Christine, what is your Maggie memory?
Uh-oh, she's muted. Who would keep themselves muted? Who does that? Yes, I know. The side stairs are so
Can
different.
you hear
There
me
you
now?
are. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we are talking about first memories, right? I
Hmm.
believe yours was the first channel that I decided to cam up on. I was at work at the time. I had you playing in my ear. I was outside, so I wasn't being seen by anybody. And I decided to take a break. You offered up an opportunity for anybody to come up and yippity yap with you. You were doing the chat and the chow and chat.
Yep.
And so I decided to come up. You talk about the lead attorney, how
Mhm.
you came up on his channel and how you are a student of the lead attorney. Well, you know what? I can say that you have followed his lead as it relates to being gracious enough to shout out or allow us, young YouTubers, to come up and shout out our channels. That's one thing, or another thing. The thing that has me
Uh-oh, is it breaking up for you all? I think we're having some audio issues, Christine. All right, I'm
to
gonna go.
the
Yeah, I'm so
can you hear me?
sorry. It's breaking up. I'll let you give it another try and see if it's any better. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try taking down your camera. Well, didn't mean to do that. See if you turn off your camera, maybe it will pick up just the sound better. Or if you want to give it another try, it might work. Uh-oh. All right, well, it looks like she has frozen. Thank you so much, Living Out Loud, the podcast. I heard what you were saying. And yes, you all, I am a huge advocate of paying it forward. I remember. And yes, Aaron is saying that side view is so different, so different. Yeah, I mean, you all have seen I moved that thing around so many times, trying to get the best view. I think we've ended up on what works now. But Christine was talking about this segment called Chat and Chow. And if anybody else wants to come on up, you don't have to cam up. It can be audio only. If you have a Maggie memory, the link is pinned to the chat. But I remember, like I told you all, when I started my channel, I was actually cooking the food and still am cooking the food that I'm going to eat or I'm making for the family. So I got some feedback. I think it was from Uncle Stu that I would make the recipe and I would show you all the plate and I would say, okay, thanks everyone. Class is dismissed. And I would end the stream because I was going to go sit down and eat and I wanted to enjoy my food. Clearly, I'm greedy. Shout out Team Greedy. And so I got some feedback that it was a little bit rushed. And I believe it was Mona that actually said, Maggie, why don't you sit down, pull up a chair, and enjoy your food and let's talk. And I never even thought about that, you all. So much about my channel has been people have said, we'd like to know about this, or could you do this, or could you explain it? Talking through my recipes is because people asked me, what is that and how did you make it? You all asked me if I had a cookbook, so now I have a cookbook. You all asked me if you could talk to me one-on-one, so now I do consults. You all asked me about my etiquette and elegance lesson, so now I bring that in. I don't have a plan for any of this. I'm just responding to the community. Thank you, Junie. And so I'm just as surprised as you all. So the chat and chow portion was I would make the recipe. We were very small back then. Maybe we had 5 to 10 people in the chat. And I would pull up this chair into the kitchen, and then I would sit down, and you all could come up on the screen after the cooking portion was over, and we would talk together, and I would eat. And sometimes, I would eat a little bit too quickly because I was hungry. But that's what the chat and chow portion was. And then, we haven't done that in a while. But my point in saying that is I have always advocated for you all that are YouTubers because I understand. And Lead Attorney brought me up when I was janky, even though it's been a year. Thank you. Mountain of Inspiration says a great milestone. Again, congratulations, Maggie, the substitute teacher. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sandra says, I love the way your current cooking show is set up. The overhead view of the cooking and the front view of you plus guests on special occasions. Yes, you all. I used to actually hold the food up to the camera. If you saw the bloopers, I just had the front facing camera. So I would have to show you all the plate. And I don't know if somebody asked for it, but I got that arm that has the front view and the overhead view. And it was a game changer. And I got that countertop cooktop. So I came to the bar, and now the stove that I was cooking on is behind me. I've tried so many different configurations, but to Sandra's point, I think we finally landed on what works. Brian says, congratulations from Smoke and Talk. Thank you so much. Living Out Loud said we had connection issues the first time you came up. Yes. But I got your sentiment. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, everyone. So we moved through different variations of my cooking channel, and I bought Lead Attorney's course, the first course, the second course. You all were here for my monetization party. I got monetized in 4 months, which is pretty quickly. Usually it takes most channels a year. And then Lead Attorney made a mastermind group. And so he started with the Patreon, and I've been learning and listening at his feet. If he says to do something, I'm doing it. So he started with the Patreon at first, and we would meet in the Patreon, and he made his course and asked for feedback. And that's what helped me to, after I asked him, could I make a course about this portion? He said, absolutely. And so we moved from the Patreon to the locals group. And then from the locals group, he created the mastermind. You all really like that split screen. That has been a game changer. Absolutely. Oh, Mona says, Maggie encouraged me to start my YouTube. I'm thankful for you, Maggie, for speaking with me behind the scenes and trusting me to assist you with your channels. Yes, y'all. So many memories. So I was doing everything. You all saw that I was cooking. I was looking at the chat. I was trying to follow a recipe. I was doing everything that I could and just trying to make the most of it. So one day, Mona, who's one of my day one scholars, and the day one scholars have been with me from the beginning when it was janky. It's still janky sometimes before I was monetized. And Mona said, Maggie, you're doing a lot. You need a moderator. And I said, Mona, you're hired. So Mona was my very first moderator to help me manage the chat and everything that goes along with streaming for you all. All right, so now we're humming along. We've got our split screen. We're building a community. I'm still coming up on Leads chat from time to time. I've got my monetization party, and then I joined the Lead Attorneys mastermind group. So in the mastermind, one of the things that Lead Attorney does is he brings guest speakers to talk to us so we can learn from them. He has brought O'Shea, MTR, Melanie King, Poor Man Podcast, Souls, I forget the name, but Souls, so many different YouTubers. And in the mastermind, I shot my shot to Pearl because I said, if you need somebody to help you cook for your wife's school, I'm shooting my shot. I'm your girl. So I got an invitation to come to London to film cooking episodes for Wife School. So you all that have been with me, fast forward now, we're in March of 2023. For the better part of a year, you all, I had slowly gone from 1,000 subscribers to like 1,200 to like 1,500 and so on. Lisa the housewife with the $1.99 saying congrats, such an inspiration and great friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. Lisa the housewife is part of the Wives Club. You all know about my relationship channel. I met Lisa in the Kevin Samuels Patreon. So we had an episode last night. You all can check out my third channel. Thank you for the $1.99. So when I went to London and you all were here with me and I documented everything about it, I filmed cooking episodes. These episodes have not come out yet. I am hoping that they do eventually so you all can actually see why I went to London to teach cooking. And when they come out, it's not up to me because it was a collab with someone else's channel. So I just have to wait. However, Lead also gave me some very, very, very good advice. And those of you all that were there in the mastermind, you saw this happen in real time. So my plan was to fly to London, do the cooking collab, and fly right back, right? I was invited for a day. I'll go and turn around and come back. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, y'all, he's here. I'm telling you, I would not be where I am if it were not for the lead attorney. Everybody put TLA in the chat. You see from beginning, from the very first time that I came up on his stream and he shared his screen with me and he allowed me to shout out my channel and he said, "Do you have a YouTube channel?" And I said, "Yes, I do." And he said, "Tell us about your YouTube channel." And he allowed me to talk about my YouTube channel. Y'all, I don't take it lightly. He doesn't have to do that. This was in January of 2022, and this is me on Lead Attorney Show for the first time. And what does he say? How are you celebrating 10K when you're almost at 13? Well, Lead, I was getting to that, and I dropped the link again if you want to come up. You don't have to cam up. You can be audio only, or you can just stay in the chat. I am having a viral moment, y'all, in a good way. My channel is growing exponentially, and a lot of you are new to my channel and trying to figure out who is this lady and why is she growing so fast. But I wanted to take this celebration to take you all the way back to the beginning, to the very first time I came up on Lead Attorney Show after I heard him say, if you're 35 or older, start a channel. Then I went to his Fogo de Chao meetup, and he allowed me to do a recap of the meetup and the experiences there so everybody could see how incredible it was, right? You all saw that. Lead attorney then said, I'm going to share it since he's here with us now. You all already saw this, but this was me with TLA at Fogo de Chao. You can see me talking in the corner. This is how my first streams were, narrating. And so I'm showing the pictures and explaining everything. And then I'm doing my janky cooking from the house with the camera on the counter. It was a mess. Then I joined the Patreon. And then we have a guest speaker come. And this is where I was in the story. So I was invited to come to London to cook for one day. And the plan was to fly there, do the cooking collab, and come right back. Because I have a life. I'm a mom. I work, all of that. And when I talked to Lead Attorney about this trip, he gave me some incredible advice. And Lead said, well, Maggie, I understand if you need to just go and turn right back around. But If you can make a week out of it, you might have the opportunity to do some additional content while you're there. There was no guarantee. The only thing that I was confirmed for was 1 day of cooking. So I took a chance and I listened to Lead, and Real Bravado Network sponsored my first night in the Airbnb. And I stayed for a week. I had no guarantee that I was going to have anything besides the cooking collab, but I made a week of my stay in London. And the cooking collab footage, again, has not been released yet. So you all have not seen the reason I went to London. But just like TLA said, every subsequent day that I was there, I got the call. Hey, do you want to do some reaction videos? Hey, do you want to participate in a panel? Can you be here in 30 minutes? Everything happened just like lead attorney said. So I got my hips together, and after the cooking collab, which was the first day after shooting my shot in the mastermind, I made sure that I made it a good experience. I got there, suited and booted, cooked for the whole day, gave the cooking classes, fed the whole crew. You all saw MTR just like mind blown, but I wanted to make sure that I was going to make my mark because these opportunities are few and far between. And because I made such a good impression on the cooking collab that you all have not seen, I got a return invitation to come back again and again and again. So every day that I was in London for that week, I was asked to come back and participate in more. You all have probably only seen about 50% of what was filmed there. So hopefully all of it will come out. But again, I thank the lead attorney for giving me that advice and for taking the risk to be there for a week. It could have been just 1 day of cooking and the rest I would have just been doing sightseeing, which is fine. I could have done more dining documentaries. You all have seen that. But that is why TLA is so much of an inspiration for me. All right, so we are going to wrap it up with the viral video that is making its way around these YouTube streets and explain to you all what happened. So I was in London. I was asked to come back and join this podcast panel. I have never been on a podcast panel before, but the way it works is whoever is present, and if there are enough people from different backgrounds, they come together, there are questions that are asked, and you just answer, and the content is just made on the spot. I did not know the topic. I did not know anybody else that was going to be there except for Melanie King and MTR, who I had heard earlier, who I had met earlier that day when I was cooking for everybody, just doing what I do. And so I'm sitting there and I'm taking it all in, y'all. I'm like, wow, this is like a real podcast studio because y'all have seen my janky kitchen setup, right? I don't have the big lights. I don't have the headphones and the fancy microphone and the producer and all of this. So I'm kind of like a kid in a candy store, just like, taking it all in, trying to learn. So I sit down and of course, the conversation was about modern women and relationships. And you all know I have a cooking channel, so I was very much out of my element. But it was an opportunity, and if you ask me a question, I'm going to answer. So I'm listening to the conversation about relationships, and people are talking, and it was insightful, and I'm having these thoughts, but you all know that I'm not just going to jump in and just say, well, no, you're wrong, and this is what I think. So I start processing in my mind, why is this such a difficult conversation? Why are the two sides so pitted against each other? why is this harder than it has to be? And you all know that I'm a boy mom. You have seen the gong-gongs in the stream. And having two teenage boys, I have watched them, like any parent does, watch them go from little kid to adolescent to teenagers and watching them grow. And as a parent, and especially a mom with no daughters and no sisters, this boy environment was just a struggle for me. And I remember I would go to work or I would talk to men and I would say, oh my gosh, they're jumping around here and there. They're eating like they're homeless. Like, what is going on? Do I need to have them tested? Like, what in the world? And time after time after time, when I had talked to men over the years of being a mom, they always said, Mom, I get it. I know. It looks crazy. I was just like that. And I'm looking at somebody that's a VP today telling me he used to play with matches when he was a kid. I was like, how is this possible? So what I started to realize is that men seem to do a really good job of looking at themselves as a boy, and then a young man, and then an adult, and then middle age, and then older. And in my experience, I know they're already shouting me down for not all. In my limited experience, I realized that men seem to do a really good job of time boxing or compartmentalizing their life and their life experiences. And so when they would see younger men or boys doing boy things, they're like, ah, yeah, I used to be like that. And so I remember thinking, what in the world? So I remember thinking, what in the world? This is incredible. But me, I always used to think, wow, I kind of feel like I'm always 16. And I know I'm 47, but I always kind of feel like, tomorrow will never come. I'm skipping through life like it's just great. So as these conversations are going on, I said what I said, and the quote has gone viral that in my experience, men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. I said it as part of the podcast. People responded, and I was like, okay, seemed to, strike a nerve. And then we continued on with the conversation. It was a 2-hour podcast. I had a great experience, and that was it. So when I came back here, I asked my editor, 10 Plus Sounds, if you could take any of my speaking parts from the podcast, because I didn't expect anybody on my channel to watch the whole thing, but I wanted the parts where I was speaking to be kind of like a memento for me. So he clipped out the parts of me speaking. Of course, I asked permission. Can I clip it up and use it on my channel? I got permission to do whatever I wanted with the footage. So I said, you know what? That was my first podcast experience, like a professional studio. Wow. So we clipped it up and we put it out, and it was like, all of a sudden, that one clip, and I think there was 5 of them, the clips just started growing and growing and growing and growing. And I remember, like Lead Attorney said, when you get a comment or, like it, heart it, I'm trying to respond. And I expected a bump from the collab, because anytime you collab with a big YouTuber, you're going to get more eyeballs on you. So I did almost expect a little bit of a bump. I remember when I went to London, I had about 2,000 subscribers. And then I came back and my subscribers started to grow. And I was getting about 100 per day. And I was like, wow, this is incredible. Oh my goodness. And then more content started to come out. Different reaction videos, different clips, people talking about Maggie, people saying how they experience Maggie. Wow, this was refreshing. Wow, so well spoken. You all, I came back from London and I got right back to what I had been doing, put my apron on and was just cooking it up in the kitchen, having collabs with Real Bravado, having collabs with different people, back in the mastermind, just doing my thing. Nothing had changed. I'm still sitting here waiting for the cooking footage. That hasn't come out yet, but all of this other stuff has happened. And that clip just took off. People are having arguments in the comments. People are liking it. People are not liking it. People are subscribing. It's got about 1 million views on Instagram. It's got about 500,000 views on YouTube. And like I told you all, yesterday I had 10,000 subs. Last week I had 5,000 subs. Last month I had 2,000 subs. So that is how I got to 10,000+ so quickly. So I am going to pull up my screen and I'm going to show you all the viral clip that came from the what is it? The podcast, so you all can see it for yourself. If you go to my page, and I'm just going to show you all my page so you all can see here. Let me share my screen and we will close with this. I will take a look at, oh, thank you, Benevolent Patriarch. Oh, 774,000 views on YouTube. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to show you all how you can find this video, and then I'll read the comments again. If you would like to share your Maggie experience, you can just write it in the chat if you have a Maggie memory. Thank you so much, Kirk Anderson Fitness. I did a collab with Kirk early on in my channel. One of my favorite ones. I cooked a steak, a ribeye. It was excellent. Thank you for the $9.99. I appreciate it. All of it. All of y'all being here. All of y'all, I appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to share my screen so you all can see Maggie, the substitute teacher. All right, so we are live with our 10,000 subscriber celebration. And y'all look, we're already up to 12.7 subscribers. It is just going haywire. I don't even know anymore. It just continues to grow. So I am grateful for everything. But if you all go to my shorts, well, let me go here so you all can see. You all can see my shorts and the different collabs. This is the video that I showed you all. Dinner with the lead attorney. I have a little intro video. All my old stuff is still up. But if you go to shorts, and if you sort it here by popular, this is the short that everybody is talking about. It's now up to 774,000 views. I had no idea. I was just in this 2-hour podcast. There's about 5 different clips of me, and this one has taken off. So sometimes people are asking me, how do you go viral? You can't plan for it. But I think it was basically me answering the question in the way that I communicate that struck a nerve with people, and it's just taken off from there. But I think people came to my channel because of curiosity, and hopefully you all stay because you like what I provide here. Trish says, seems like it was my average at best moment. I've had 200 more since the stream started. Y'all, I am overwhelmed in a good way. I am overjoyed. I feel like for a year, I've been pushing this boulder uphill, and I was just happy to be here. Lead and I have talked about my niche being one that grows low and slow. I have a cooking channel. I say nothing goes viral over here. So let's take a look at the video so you all can see, and I'm going to play. And you all can see what all the fuss is about. But you all can see here 1 clip, 2 clips. I did 2 different podcasts, 3, 4, 5, 6. You all can see. Just sort it by popular. All right. Oh, do I need to turn on the sound? any younger lady that this is how boys see you. If you do that, you would act differently if someone had told you that. I think men do a much better job of checking each other because men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. So a man
Bars.
Gospel.
She's good.
You
better teach.
We'll play it one more time.
Hey.
Argue that if an older woman had told this younger lady or any younger lady that this is how boys see you, if you do that, you would act differently if someone had told you that. I think men do a much better job of checking each other because men see themselves in younger men. Women see themselves as younger women. So a man
Bars.
Gospel.
She's good.
You
better teach.
Hey.
I would argue that if an older woman had told and I'm muted again. Y'all, oh, you see what I mean? When people were putting bars, lead attorney says bars. Y'all, I didn't know if they were talking about candy bars, handlebars. I didn't even know. I'm old and I'm not cool. I literally just went there and followed what lead attorney said and took advantage of the opportunity. If you're invited to participate, might as well. Y'all, I could have gone there and it could have been any other forgettable podcast, but it was an opportunity and I am so grateful. So you all are seeing, I know y'all, I'm telling you. Oh, that's what I was saying. So that is what has happened on YouTube. I'm going to share my screen just so you all can see, and then I'm going to show you IG. Every time I turn around, when I refresh my screen, I have like 100 more subscribers. I went from getting 100 a day. Now I'm getting about 1,000 per day. Even more. Yesterday I had 10K. I asked my editor, 10 Plus Sounds, to make this thumbnail because we were approaching 10,000. Even my thumbnail is outdated now because we are way past 10,000 subscribers. But I just wanted to take this time to take a look back. I know we have a lot of new people here to kind of share the story of Maggie. I'm only a year old, so I'm new, but we have a lot of momentum here. And yes, the struggle continues. So that is YouTube. So I'm going to show you all YouTube and then I'll show you Instagram. And then that is it. I just wanted to take some time today so you all could see. All right. So that is my YouTube short. You all can go look. Everything is still up there. And if you want to see the full podcast, the full podcast, you will see that I put the link in the description. So you see, I'm trying to respond. I've got over 2,500 comments. I'm wearing myself out, trying to give everything a like and a heart, but I'm struggling to do that. 65,000 likes, just nothing that I've ever constructed before, like lead attorney said. All right, so you all can go to my page and take a look at the shorts, and you can see shorts here. 774,000 views, 105,000 views. You all can see this. If you scroll down to my food videos, at most, some with 4,000 or 5,000 views. But if you all go back down, you can see it's just me in the kitchen with the kids. This is what my channel has been. All right, so I'm going to stop sharing that, and then I'm going to take you all over to Instagram, because not only have we crossed over 10,000 on YouTube, I'm also celebrating 10,000 on Instagram. Trin says, thanks for being an inspiration. I'm glad to inspire you all. I have learned from lead attorney. You can't see, I look small. So let me show you all Instagram, because one of the things that we learn in the mastermind is to cast a wide net. So when my editor made these clips, not only did I post them on YouTube, I also posted them on Instagram, because you want to meet people where they are. People don't often change platforms. So I'm going to show you all, and Maggie the Substitute Teacher is on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. All right, so let me take this down and I'm going to show you all what's happening with the same clip on IG. All right, so let's go here and let's go. That's TikTok. Where is Instagram? Oh, we'll go. All right, let me see. Instagram.com. Am I sharing? Oh, sorry, y'all. Here we go. All right. See what comes up in my feed? It's always food stuff. That's all I watch. So this is me. I'm currently live on IG. Hello, everyone in IG. So you can see here, just like y'all's IG, we have some posts that I've pinned here. And then you can see my reels here. This was me earlier today. I don't think on Instagram you can sort by views, but if you come down here and you see all of my cooking stuff and you keep scrolling down right here. I don't know if you all can see. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger so you all can see on Instagram. 920,000 plays. 920,000 plays. So that same clip has gone viral on Instagram. People are remixing me. People are responding to me. People are putting polls up. People are doing all kinds of things, having arguments in the chat or in the comments. It is incredible. So just wanted to give you all a little bit of a story as to how we got here and why I have grown so quickly in this last month. But ultimately, I just have you all to thank for supporting, and that's what I wanted to do today. So yeah, let me just scroll back and just run through any comments. Last call, if anybody wanted to come up and say anything. If not, we will go ahead and dismiss. And I thank you all so much. I don't know what's going to happen. We have the momentum. I guess this is the way the algorithm works, but I'm going to keep cooking. I am going to keep telling you all about my etiquette and elegance journey, and I'm going to keep giving my life experience as an older woman who has been married, who has had children, who has raised boys, who has been divorced, who is amicably co-parenting, who has a YouTube channel, who's worked corporate, who's done so many things. All of them roll up into Maggie. Yeah, so thank you all. Thank you all so much for being here. What does Wilbert say? We will see you back Wednesday for your 20K celebration. Y'all, no, it's not funny. But no, I had been watching it very closely and updating it up until 10. But y'all, I wore myself out and I was told, okay, enough. You could celebrate at 10K. So we are here to celebrate at 10K. But yeah, we'll see. It just doesn't make sense to me to do this again until it's at least, I don't know, y'all. You can tell me what you think the next increment should be, but I'm just here to take a moment. Thank you all for being here. Every time you watch, every time you like, every time you share, every time you leave a comment, everybody who subscribed, from my day ones to my new ones, my family, my friends, the haters, the trolls, the people who don't like what I do, the people who do like what I do. I appreciate you help the channel to grow. Nana says we need a champagne toast. So I'm going to give you all a toast and your toast etiquette, in case anybody wanted to know. And I've learned this, always hold your stemware by the stem. All right, you don't want to hold it like this. Hold it by the stem and to give a proper toast. Actually, it's poor etiquette. I should not toast myself. But if you were toasting someone, if you're ever put on the spot and you need to give a toast, proper etiquette is you think about that person past, present, and future. So you would give a little anecdote. I remember when Maggie first came up on Lead Attorney's stream. She was a baby YouTuber. She didn't know anything about this YouTube life. Then you give an anecdote about the present, And look at Maggie now. She has over 10,000 subscribers and growing. She has come so far. Her production quality has improved. And then you give an anecdote about the future. We wish Maggie all of the best. We can't wait to celebrate with her again when she hits 100,000 subscribers. So cheers to good health to Maggie and all of her scholars. So that's your etiquette tip. And yes, I will be coming out with a basic, elegant etiquette course. So many of you all have said that you want to start that journey as well. There's so many things that I was just doing for me that I didn't think anybody would care, but that's your unsolicited etiquette tip. If you're on the spot and you need to give a toast, think of the past, the present, and the future. Cheers to good health. Yes, 100,000 is next. We all toast me. Lead attorney says past, present, and future is such a great toasting tip. Thank you. And let me just say, y'all, I know we joke around here, but you all have seen the red thread in my channel. I would still be a corporate. Well, I'm still corporate, but I would still be thinking about just my corporate life. But because of lead attorney, I have turned my passion for food into something that is just continuing to grow, and more is to come. So you all are going to see a lot more of Maggie. I'm just scrolling back here. Thank you all. Sunspot says you hold the 40 by the bottle. Well, we won't do that. I was drinking out of the can like a dude, and we've talked about that, ladies. Pour it in a glass. It's much more elegant, all right? Maybe 25K, 100K. Yes, you like the other channel, the Wives Club? Yes, that's the relationship channel. It's all starting to blend, but you all can go check out the Wives Club. We had a stream last night. All right, you all want to celebrate at 50K? Oh my gosh. Thank you all. Thank you all so much. Y'all tell people to come learn. You want me to meet Gordon Ramsay? I'm a softie. I told y'all I'm like memory foam. I'm like memory foam. I would be under the table crying if he screamed at me. A breath of fresh air, just like your thumbnail. Thank you, benevolent patriarch. Mallory said that cabbage Alfredo, you made it and it was delicious. See, I'm telling y'all. I'm telling y'all. Oh my goodness. All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you, MC Recovery. Oh my gosh, greetings from Brazil. Y'all, we are all killing it. We all, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I am always going to shout out to lead attorney. Anytime anybody asks me, what made you start a YouTube channel? You are going to hear this story now. And on this note, my mom is never going to let me think too much of myself. Mom says I need to get tech support now. So I'm working on it. I'm going to get some better equipment. I'm going to step up my game. But I just want you all to know, last month I had 2,000. So yes. All right, everyone. I appreciate you so much. If I missed your comment, I'm going to go back and rewatch. I just wanted to give you all a little story. Nana says, where are my grandsons? Mom, can I have my stream? Please? I banished the boys. Where are my grandsons? They are here. And today is my day, okay? Y'all see what I go through? Oh my gosh. And my trolls are here. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, yes. Please keep me humble. And please remind me of where I come from. We are doing this together. I appreciate you all so, so much. I'm going to go ahead and dismiss and let you all have a good evening. Thank you to everyone who donated, but none other than Mr. Option One with the $500 super chat. Thank you, Real Bravado Network. Thank you, Do Better Podcast. Thank you, Ron Alexander. Thank you, Messy Michon. Thank you, Lisa the Housewife. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is not lost on me. I am so grateful, grateful. And before I cry, I'm going to go ahead and dismiss. All right, TikTok class is dismissed. Make sure I know how to end it, y'all. Oh my goodness. And thank you, Instagram, class is dismissed. I'm going to figure out how to turn on the badges. I don't know yet. So if you all want to support an Instagram, we'll get that sorted out. But thank you. Class is dismissed. Oh, Facebook and YouTube. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being with me through everything. The best is yet to come. I'm just a small town girl with big dreams, and I'm going to take you all with me. So until the next time, cheers, and class is dismissed.